All right, hello everyone.
Hello everyone. This is Ratchet and Clank 3. Up your arsenal.
Should we take a second to introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
I'm Zem92, or Zemipu as it says in the bottom left corner.
I'm Tarna Vina.
And I'm Whiffle.
And we speedrun this game.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick game.
Over here, Wabi is probably showing off the movement or just practicing. I don't really know.
Yeah, probably just making sure everything's working.
Yeah, this game has a lot of nifty little movements, as you can already see on the screen. Oh, I think he's like starting the run right now.
Oh, is that Sanhachi on the right?
Oh, that is Sanhachi.
Oh yeah, that is, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, these are we don't know what either of these two runners look like. This is our first time seeing both of them.
Okay, looks like we're getting started.
You did a run on RTA Japan last year of to N%, I think.
Well, I guess I'm the one who hasn't seen them then. But yeah, this is really cool to see. I didn't realize both of them would be at this event. Sanhachi, like Tarna said, has run some Rack 2. Has kind of messed around with a couple of other things, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but
he played Deadlocked, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking he played Deadlocked. I wasn't 100% sure.
Iwabi is just a beast god gamer.
Yeah, he's so sick.
He actually had the SMO world record at some point.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's kind of known as he's like the god of
video games.
Time 3D, right? If that was like his thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Tarna said, he also had world record in SMO at one point, and
yeah, you can talk basically to anyone, and any person will know him for any different game. Like Iwabi, I think he picked up this game in July, and basically got really good, to the point that he's like top 5 right now.
Yeah.
And the run has begun.
Okay, we're getting started.
I don't know. They are timing in RTA, I guess.
We usually time from first input in this category, but looks like we're not doing that right now. So the first thing we're going to see is a bunch of really intense menuing as he sets up his weapons for the run. And then immediately you're going to see him engage the charge boots, which is the main form of movement in this category.
Yeah, just doing a lot of side flips. And I think he's going for the quark, definitely. There is a little bit of a shortcut here.
So we're going to see him hit a cutscene trigger just as he dies to falling into a death plane. And that's going to set up a glitch on the next planet, which we'll talk about once we get to it.
The next planet is like a bit of a dice roll, though. We don't know if he's going to get it.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the best part about this trick, is that there's just a chance it'll fail.
And over here, he's gonna perform the first slow peat of the run.
Yeah, the slow peat
or
the big jump.
That is the big jump right there. Into another big jump, actually, straight out of that.
Solid.
That's 2 big jumps in a row.
Well done, I think. Only like a couple of bonks. That planet is really intense, and just it's 90% of the resets in this category, basically.
Yeah, the first few planets in this run are really movement heavy. A lot of resets.
Oh, he didn't get Quarp.
So coming up, he did not get. So basically, there's a glitch on this planet where if you die in the dropship on Velden, for some reason, most of the time, you just spawn at the final boss on this planet, and you can just
he tried to do
kill him and be done with the planet.
Was like a pretty fast strat.
He was trying to be fancy. I respect it though. You got to do some fancy stuff. Okay, a little sexy.
Yeah, the collision is pretty weird on PS3 for this planet. This is pretty much a forgotten planet because the corp just skips all of it, and that's why I think Iwabi hasn't really practiced it too much.
Yeah, you can tell he's a little unfamiliar with this planet, but like again, that's
He's
like
a pretty new runner.
He's a new
Yeah.
runner, and this has never been in the route since he's been a runner. Like normally, if you miss this trick, you just reset, but you can't do that in a marathon run. You just has to keep going. So he's learning on the fly right now. This is literally a trial by fire.
Oh,
Pretty
mega
sick
flips.
improvised movement though.
Yeah. And this kind of goes to show the creativity that you have in this game.
Oh
It's,
no!
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a lot of.
Oh, Wabi.
He's got enough estimate time though. I think he can definitely run it back.
This is so cool though. I sometimes I really love watching what like the newer runners will do in these kinds of situations.
Yeah, the game like there is a lot of creativity in Ratchet games, especially the original trilogy with the movement. And yeah, he's just gonna finish it up right now.
Oh my god, he is lucky he didn't bonk on those platforms and die. That was so risky.
There's a theme in these games where we kill the bosses really, really quickly, and you saw him one-hit that boss there. Usually that's where you would spawn on this planet. You wouldn't have to go through any of that platforming, but it was kind of cool to see him improvise that.
Also, I think he's like in a bad situation with ammo. He's only got like about 26 shock cannon things.
That's not great.
Yeah, I think he's out of shield as well.
But still, like buying ammo is pretty quick if you are smart with it, and he probably knows his stuff.
So right here we see the first example of a turret clip.
Yeah.
Where you throw two turrets on the ground, and because the turrets have a hitbox, they can actually push you through walls and allow you to get out of bounds, which is going to allow us in a set to do a massive skip.
Almost all Ratchet games have like a weird weapon that spawns things with collision. So, and they always are possible to clip with or just do anything with.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that's a consistent thing in each game. There's always something you can push yourself through walls with.
In Ratchet and Clank 2, there are decoys. Also, VR skip incoming. This is
so right here, he's clipping out into space out of the kind of hub world, which is the Starship Phoenix, and he's doing a whip jump over to an area called VR, which is usually only accessible once you've done, I think, 6 planets in the game.
After you've done Tyrannosaurus and Aquaros.
Yeah, but in the speedrun, we access it early, which lets us skip straight to like the 8th planet in the casual run, which saves a heck of a lot of time, obviously. And it also gives this gadget that Iwabi's using to launch himself to these nodes early, which you can use to do some cool tech on the next planet as well. We'll see.
Oh, he chose the shock cannon over there. That's a strat I don't really
I think I get it because he's trying to like set up his menuing beforehand.
Yeah, I see. That's pretty smart. Okay, so Dax is probably the most intense planet, and there's a lot of tech over here. He's gonna go for a long jump over here. He's gonna buy ammo actually, since there is a boss that requires a lot of shock cannon ammo, and he wasted almost all of it on Florana.
So here we're seeing the hypershot tech, where you can carry momentum out of pulling yourself to these nodes and use them to gain a lot of speed.
Almost anything in this game can give you.
Yeah.
What's kind of interesting is that you can see it might not be obvious for people who don't really know this game very well, but like for experienced runners, we're kind of seeing Iwabi try to pull off some pretty advanced stuff. In the heat of the moment, like he died right there before because he was trying to go for what's called an insta whip, which you saw him do to get to this platform to fight the boss, and you'll see. But it can be a pretty tricky set of inputs, and so he's
going for Waterless too, but like a different version. There is a lot of versions of this movement. Recently, we've been really experimenting a lot with movement on this planet, and there's a lot of routes and tricks that you can choose and save like half a second or something. Also, another slow Pete.
I see a comment in chat from Chile that says any particular reason for German, and the reason is that it's 3.7 seconds. Yeah, it's 3.7 seconds faster than English.
There's one planet that has unskippable dialogue, and that's where it's faster.
Yes, and also it's one of the only languages where you can perform the trick that unfortunately Uebe failed in this round, called the Quarp. Yeah, we can't really see in this round how it works.
So
Also,
coming up, we have Obani Gemini, which is an interesting planet because the gravity on this planet is spherical instead of flat like most planets, including Earth, which lets us do a couple of interesting tricks later on in the planet. We're going to see him switch to the thruster pack and use a thruster pack long jump to gain some momentum and then carry that into a helipack long jump to cross a massive gap and skip straight to the end of the level, which we'll see coming up in a minute.
Also, there was a clip right now where just the collision is pretty wonky in this game. You can just get in a corner and clip through.
I was talking rubbish. It's not going for that strat.
And clip through the barrier, basically. It's pretty simple. The slow way that Iwabi just did is pretty simple. You just go. Yeah. The trick that Whiffle was talking about is pretty precise, not gonna lie.
And yeah, the trick I was talking about is probably the hardest trick in the run, so I'm not really surprised that he's not going for it, actually. That's fair enough.
Yeah, you're also going to hear us refer to a lot of things as the hardest thing in this game, because this is a hard game.
Yeah, opinions differ on what the hardest stuff in the game is, but in my opinion, that's
yeah, that I would agree about that trick being the most BS one.
Yeah, I can agree with that as well. It's really annoying. It's
also
like
coming up Blackwater.
Oh yeah. So this is kind of the point in the game where instead of focusing on crazy movement, it's kind of a knowledge of what needs to happen with certain weapons in certain spots and how you kill certain enemies.
There's a lot of flapping out to these planets, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like Iwabi won't be doing a whole lot, but at the highest levels of the game, these particular planets, this one and the next one coming up, have been optimized a lot. And there's a lot of time to be lost, even though it doesn't really look like it's possible to lose that much time on these sorts of planets.
He's deploying the rift inducers in places where Iwabi knows that the enemies will spawn. Save time, and he's also gonna go for a mission cutscene skip, dialogue skip? What do we call these?
We just call them death abuses, I think. So basically, on the PS2 version of this game, once the mission's over, you can quit the mission no problem and save time by doing that. But on PS3, you aren't allowed to quit the mission for some reason until the game has finished saving your progress. So instead, we die, which allows us to exit the mission early, but it still saves the progress, which saves time.
You don't know how many runs we've all lost to these death abuses, honestly.
Yeah, if you jump off too early, which Iwabi luckily didn't there, you have to redo the mission, and everyone loses a lot of runs to that. So you'll see he's setting up his weapons for the next planet now, because he needs the Plasma Storm and the Sniper Rifle, as you can see on his first two slots on the quick select in the top left. But the turrets aren't used on Blackwater City, they're used on the next planet, and we'll see that come into effect later, and that means he won't have to set up his weapons at the beginning of the next planet, which is useful.
The more runs of this game you watch as a viewer, the more you'll notice just the weird, wacky ways in which people can lose runs in this game. Like you already saw Iwabi not get Quark Warp, which is, as far as we know, potentially a random trick.
It's magic.
It's magic, and you know there's like death abuses you can fail. There's really strange ways to mess things up.
Also, the proxy. Oh, he failed it. Yeah, that proxy is pretty difficult.
That's a new proxy. I haven't seen that one before.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
Oh, okay. Is that faster than the other one?
No.
Oh,
that's easier.
Ah, okay, fair. So coming up, we got some more missions of basically just killing all the enemies as fast as possible and managing your weapons. So he's throwing like turrets and rifts down.
He could deploy a little bit more rift inducers over there
to kill all the small enemies while he snipes the dropships. And this is the fastest way to do this mission.
All of these turrets and rift inducers over there are just for like a little bit of a time save, coming from killing all the little guys and just preventing them from spawning, which would finish the mission faster, but it really didn't this time.
This mission used to be kind of a mess of RNG, because if the saucers, or if the like little flying saucer guys dropped the small boys onto the map, then you would lose a load of time because they take forever to die.
Well, not a lot. That's like about 3 seconds, but yeah. It's a lot of time.
I mean, that's a lot, right? Trying to go fast.
Also, he's gonna try getting all the one-shots on these ships.
Yeah, there's certain patterns to when they spawn in this. Some of the spawns are timed, and some of them are based on when you kill the enemies prior to the one that's about to spawn. And so sometimes if Iwabi misses a shot, it won't really matter all that much, but ideally you want to one-shot all of these ships no matter what. It's just easier that way.
Oh, Wait, what?
No.
Oh, no. He confused the missions a bit. He tried to...
He needed to kill one more dropship before he yeeted himself off the edge.
Yeah, I think he was just under a bunch of stress, but still... That happens to me, honestly, sometimes.
Yeah.
Although no one's found over there, that's good for Iwabi. Yeah, there is a lot of memorizing to this planet. Marcaria is honestly the hardest planet to optimize out of all of them.
This is the place where people lose the most time percentage-wise to like the best possible split of this planet.
Yeah, it's a really, really tough planet. It doesn't look like it at all, but there's just so many things.
It's a meme in the Ratchet community that Marcaria is an auto-scroller, but it's really not.
It is the opposite of an auto-scroller. It's really easy to lose a lot of time on these missions. Oh yeah, there's a weird thing with the turret on this mission where if you play with inverted camera, which it looks like Iwabi does, it like moves all over the place of its own accord, and it's really annoying. For some reason, that doesn't happen if you don't play with inverted camera.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me and Iwabi apparently do.
I don't know how you guys do it. Like I tried it one time and it just felt impossible. I was like, I can't beat this mission with inverted camera.
Yeah, and now I'm getting closer to your com gold on Marcaria.
Hey, bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Taking it pretty safe with these dropships because there's certain spots on these dropships where if you shoot them, they just don't take damage on PS3, which is really strange.
Also, they have a bunch of invisibility frames each time they get shot, so shooting faster, like I tested it out with the turbo controller, shooting the ships very fast actually doesn't kill them faster at all.
Sick.
Tarn has done a lot of turbo controller research in this game.
So now we're seeing a forbidden strat. This is very highly illegal. This is psychological warfare against the enemies, and now he's just going to disappear from the map completely, just hide under this platform. Really cowardly.
Yeah, there are some places where if you hide, in this mission you have to protect all the rescue rangers, but actually you can just hide out. And
yeah, you can just chill.
The enemies focus on you when you're basically unreachable for them.
The main chat's just a load of question marks right now.
Wait.
We're pretty sure there's a wrong warp to credits somewhere underneath this platform, but we haven't found it yet.
Iwabi's doing his best to find it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Controlling.
Should we explain some things during this? Maybe like slow peats and such? So slow peats are basically when you release momentum on a surface. For some reason, people call them proxies because apparently everything that gains any sort of height is proxy.
The reason it's called a proxy is because you turn horizontal momentum into vertical momentum, so you're using your speed in the x-coordinate as a proxy for your speed in the y-coordinate. That's why it's called a proxy.
No, it's a slow peat.
It is a slow peak, to be fair.
The age-old...
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's the age-old faction between set of logical facts and no, you're wrong.
Iwabi out here with a pretty weird setup for the mission death abuse, but it works really well apparently. I have never seen that before.
But yeah,
worked it out.
Whiffle, did you want to explain some movement stuff as well?
Sure. Actually, let's do the name right now. So basically, there's this glitch called QE, which this category doesn't allow. Which
he's saving
basically. That makes sense, because if he messes up the next part. Actually, yeah, let's explain the next part of this run first. So at the end of this mission, we're going to see him death abuse in a way slightly different to the way he's been death abusing before. And he's going to die in such a way that the cutscene after this mission cancels his death, because the next part of this mission level, when playing the game casually, would usually take place in the laser defense facility of Marcadia. But in the speed run, it actually takes place in Hell. So what he's going to do here is kill himself to get to Hell. And that's going to be cancelled by the cutscene, which turns him into a ghost, obviously, because he's killed himself. And as a ghost, obviously, you can walk through walls. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what actually happened there was the game actually thinks Ratchet is dead for some reason. And the devs knew about this. This is a really strange bug. It happens in all the Ratchet games. If you manage to cancel your death in any way, you gain the ability to walk through walls for 10,000 frames exactly, which is the most random number, but it's true.
Yeah, it's
Ratchet's basically Danny Phantom from that one show.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently they kept trying to get rid of Ghost Ratchet after Ratchet 1, but they just kept screwing up removing it from the game. And so we keep finding ways to get it.
That's pretty sick.
Also, the speed cap is removed.
Oh, yeah.
That's one random thing that took us a lot of time to find out. It isn't really... You can't really see it in this game, but Ratchet 1, woo! That's you can gain a lot of speed with Ghost Ratchet. And the charge boots actually move slightly faster with Ghost Ratchet.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So if I'm going to try to channel my inner number nerd for a second. If I recall correctly, the max speed of this game that you can charge is 0.43 meters per frame. But like Tarna's saying, when you're in Ghost Ratchet, that speed cap gets removed, and you can move crazy fast if you have the ability to chain the speed together somehow.
Also, right now he's gonna skip actually doing the first mission on Annihilation Nation, since we don't need VidComic 2, really, or just... And we don't need anything. We don't need to go to Aquaros or get...
Is mad cool.
Yeah.
Wait, did he just single jump SI off that? I couldn't even tell what was happening. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening over here. Oh, he's gonna go for the whip jump, and he's standing there. I didn't even know there was collision over there.
There's a lot of deloaded, or like solid stuff where the texture isn't loaded on this planet.
This game is so sick.
Yeah, this game's awesome.
Just bite the game and fuck around with it. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Tarna. Everyone gets one.
Just play around with the game and it's momentum. Watch the tutorial by Darwixer.
Yeah. Oh man, the movement is so sick. So this is actually, I mean, this is in contention for hardest planet as well.
I think this is the hardest planet. Gemini gets the hardest trick, though. I agree that this is the hardest planet.
I don't know if he's gonna go for Scrunchless, though. Let's see.
He must do. He has a 30. Come on.
Yeah, he's got I mean, he is a little rusty in comparison to when he got the 30, but...
So coming up, there should be a trick where... Right, we're playing as Clank right now. This game's Ratchet and Clank.
Keep going for it. Let's go.
So there's the monkey, but we're supposed to cooperate with the monkey, but Clank is so much of a badass that he does not need the help of the monkey to succeed. He's going to glide along this rail instead, dodging a laser in the process and doing some sick parkour. Does he get it?
Yeah, he got
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go.
And that trick is deceptively hard because only the edges of that rail are actually solid, so you can't glide along the middle.
So there are actually 2 rails over there with collision.
So fun fact, so I actually have never seen a single person miss scrunchless in a marathon run, despite how much we talk about how difficult it is every time. So good job to us.
Missed it
that's true.
Me and Ricky missed it like 4 times during a race.
We don't talk about that race. The race where your PS2 crashed. That was a great time. Oh no.
Yeah.
So in this fight, what you want to do is stun lock this boss in the corner of the room so he can't get away. But right now he is getting away, but Iwabi's managed to catch up to him because of Giant Clank is actually really massive. And in this fight, size matters. Because the mass of Giant Clank is able to trap him in a corner until he dies, which we saw there. And coming up, we have one more slope yeet, aka proxy.
AKA
whoa,
big jump.
What is this?
Yeah,
I haven't seen this version.
Swing wrench. You can do anything out of a proxy.
I've never seen a wrench swing out of that proxy. That's
whoa.
Sick. I guess that makes it easier.
It makes it a bit easier, but I don't really think it is.
I wonder if you could use that to get to the top thing faster. Like if you do the normal way, but then do a wrench swing.
That's a topic of speculation.
Yeah, we'll have to mess around with that.
Time for Draco. He's gonna go for a swaggy movement over there. Not quite the good wrench swing, but still.
I appreciate they went for that.
Yeah, it's a cool movement over there.
So GK, I don't know how popular these games are in Asia. Well, I guess specifically in Japan. There is a Korean version of the game as well, so I guess there has been some influence at the very least.
Wait, which chat are you guys reading?
Oh, I'm reading the Speed Gaming chat.
Yeah, the English one.
But mostly, surprisingly, I think the 2 continents that this game kind of caught on in the most was Europe and South America. South America.
I think Ratchet caught on a bit in Japan, but they just kind of re-released it in a different way. They have really weird box art, to say the least.
Yeah, it's true.
And really weird adverts. There's a I can't remember if
cool,
it's either Japanese or Korean.
You can look them up on YouTube and such.
Yeah, there's a TV ad for this game.
There was a Ratchet and Clank manga.
Incredible.
There was a Ratchet and Clank manga.
Yeah, that too. There's.
It's pretty cute.
So yeah, I guess it did catch on quite a bit.
By the way, what's happening in the game right now? For anyone familiar with this game, you'll see that we don't actually have the fully upgraded Rhino in this category. Which is the most powerful gun in the game, but the fully upgraded version of that gun is actually worse than the second most upgraded version of it, because the second most upgraded version of it lets us do a trick called Rhino bombing, where we fire a bomb at a boss and then fire the Rhino at them, and then the Rhino hits them on every frame, doing a heck-ton of damage.
A clip out of bounds over here to jump into a deloaded area that will load when he dies. And then
he should get a fitty, but
he's not
getting
sadly.
a fitty.
But yeah, there is a lot of movement you can do here to get a really fast escape.
I would take that.
Also, one more thing about the Japanese Ratchet and Clank. For some reason, Ratchet has different models in Ratchet and Clank, where he has really thick eyebrows. Yeah. And in Ratchet 1, he has red gloves for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, we don't actually have VidComic 2. So Iwabi's going to perform VidComic 2 skip, which is a frame-perfect trick, and he actually got it first try there.
He did an excellent job hitting that frame-perfect trick.
Yeah, it's a frame-perfect trick.
Frame-perfect.
Like,
because you have to
imagine
hit
that.
X and square on the same frame, so it's frame perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
that counts.
the same 1/60th of a second.
It's the
to skip
easiest
the
frame
fluid connect
perfect
to.
trick in any speed game, but it's frame perfect. So there you go.
Also, Metropolis, a really cool planet.
This is the coolest planet. I'm just gonna like say all the movement he's
just because
doing.
he has a cool com goal.
So he's going to start charging through the planet. He's going to perform a neutral long jump where he carries momentum from the charge which into a long jump, and then he's going to do a slope yeet into a wrench swing to double jump up onto this ledge, and then whip jump over to a building that's out of bounds but is solid, and he missed it sadly. But that means we get to see this awesome planet again, which I'm really happy about, to be honest, because this is just showing off the game at its best, because this is all of the cool movement chained into one planet.
Fooligan, this is what I've tried to argue with people. I love that if you think about this long enough, every trick is frame perfect. Because you are hitting it. You have to. If you don't hit it on the frame, are you really even hitting it? And if you're not, speedrunning the game at the frames of perfection. All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
So he does a whip jump over this building, which is out of bounds but is still solid, which lets him charge straight into this boss fight, and then hit him with.
Also, over here, he could take a taxi or reload, like some kind of win, but nah, there's more.
He's gonna jump off a lamppost
and fail the jump, but then he's gonna do it again.
Yeah, he's gonna try again, hopefully. Which version of backtrack does he do? Do we know?
No.
It's the upward, obviously.
Okay, it's the cool version. So he's going to charge at this grav rail. The hyper strike is going to lock onto a box, which for some reason yeets Ratchet into the air. Then he's going to do an insta whip over to this area. He's going to do a whip jump over to a tree, which you can't stand on, but can charge off of. He's going to do another whip jump back to the ship. And that's Metropolis, the sickest planet in this run.
Yeah. It's no wonder he failed a bunch, because it's like, I don't know, like 5 tricks kind of. I don't know.
Oh, we never actually said that Hollow-Star was the planet where you save time from German. We were on Hollow-Star.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, Courtney saves time, I think.
Oh yeah, I think so.
But that's on Korean.
Oh. Okay.
So we're kind of approaching the last set of planets here. This next one, Crash Site, you can see a lot of really cool, like they're very aesthetically pleasing whip jumps.
If you've ever played this game casually, you'll know that Crash Site is
of this, like,
a pretty difficult planet.
I was just my mind was blown with how much the whip jumps break the game.
Yeah. But in the speedrun, this is one of the easier planets, because basically the whole planet is divided into 2 massive whip jumps which skip large portions of the planet, which we've already seen one of them.
Yeah, he's not gonna go the intended way. He's just gonna backtrack a bit.
Yeah. With another massive whip jump to get back to the ship.
Over there.
Let's go.
But yeah, so this is about the time where every Ratchet commentator in a marathon run has to say that they try to program these levels relatively efficiently. And so they oftentimes...
The beginning is at the end.
The beginning's at the end, and the end is near the beginning. And so if you can get from the beginning to the end and then to the beginning, it's probably fast. So yeah, you're about to see that with this next planet. He's going to whip jump out of bounds, or he's going to go out of bounds, and he's going to do a whip jump right to the end.
Yeah, they kind of abandoned this design idea in this game. There's only a bunch of planets with such design because they put more teleporters in these levels, and the levels are a bit more linear than in Ratchet and Clank 1, for example, where it's almost every single level like that.
This planet's really cool, as you can see from all of the ice. Someone's going to tell me that Sam already made that joke. But...
I think the only one.
Also, there is no snow on this level on PS3 for some reason, which obviously makes the PS3 version worse.
That's true. So again, here we're seeing over on the other side of this lake. There's some more ice that you can't stand on, but you can charge off of, which is a running theme in this game. So we're going to see Iwabi try and charge onto a surface where you can stand. Now he's safe and can reach the end of the level.
This whole planet looks like it's made out of blue Gatorade.
Yep.
Like all the liquid, the ice.
Bro, I don't even have blue Gatorade. I don't even have Gatorade in Poland. Man.
Really?
It's called Powerade here.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, we also have Powerade in America.
Oh,
But
okay. Maybe it's a
not
different thing. Oh.
Wait, those are like the same thing.
I mean, they're kind of the same. It's tough to get into. All right, you got. But I will say,
anyway,
Powerade is so delicious when you're thirsty. But I think
this is like Starship Phoenix, but red.
Okay, so coming up, we have a trick where we've seen turret clips throughout the run so far, but what he's going to do is throw a turret while he's charging and then miss.
Oh. Yeah.
Whoa,
that happens very often.
This is a cool backup.
Oh, he's gonna try.
Oh, he's gonna try again. Okay, so this is a trick where you throw a turret while you're charging, and then use that same turret to clip, and he almost made it.
But
you saw what he was going for.
Yeah, you just it's really precise and really cool when you get it, and you just feel like a boss.
That might have actually clipped him, I think. If he had
I think he did clip, but he went back through.
He lacked the heart and the commitment to the game. And that's what happened.
No,
there.
It's just really precise.
Yeah, it is precise. But I just like saying things in weird accents. So you're going to have to just, I don't know. That's the way that goes.
So we're probably going to see the biggest slope heat of the run here. Basically, Ratchet, what he's going to do is do a neutral long jump over to this platform here and then charge headfirst into a building, and the building is going to say, "Why have you done that?" and shoot him 50 feet into the air to the end of the level.
And I love this strat. This strat is so cool looking.
Yeah.
No one besides iwabi does this strat. It's cool as heck.
Yeah, he's gonna do a little slopey over here, a little cute slopey. Oh, it wasn't little at all. I've never seen him shooting that much. Yeah, but it's supposed to be a little cute slopey, just a little bit of an elevation.
He managed to avoid going to Iridia. So in the last few planets of this run, the planet menu in the ship automatically hovers over planet Iridia, which you don't want to go to because we actually don't need anything there. So you lose about 20 seconds if you ever go there accidentally, and iwabi managed to avoid that this run.
Last planet of the run, sadly. And he's gonna clip through the fence like a big boy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
This planet is also kind of a platforming jungle gym, as I like to call them. We're going to see a lot of different kinds of movement. This is a glove proxy into a wall bounce into a hyper strike all at once, which looks insane the first time you see it. Hopefully he gets it.
He hits it. Yeah, you just need a little bit of elevation, just a tiny bit. I don't know why he's wrench swinging though.
Oh, does he do like a wrench swing version of this?
Oh,
I've never seen that. Oh no.
Yeah, you can really see. It's like pretty standard for you to mess up almost all of the run. Like, it takes a lot of effort to actually complete a consistently good run.
It would take an insanely good Ouya runner to pull off a time in a marathon anywhere close to a PB, really.
Wiffle, this is for those who don't know, Wiffle just did a marathon run where he was like 15 seconds off his PB at the time.
Yep.
So he's just trying to flex.
Pretty insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're coming up to the last big jump of the run. This is really easy to mess up because there are a lot of places where you just automatically die if you try and do that whip jump over them, and then at the very end of the run you just yeet yourself off a ledge and hope you hit the cutscene trigger, and that's scary as heck the first time you see it. But it looks really cool in my opinion.
Unfit BTB, the multiplayer servers are unfortunately euphanized.
Yeah, they were put down.
Yeah.
In their prime.
The game is still good. You can play the single player. Also, you can play multiplayer in split screen if you want to.
So coming up, we have the penultimate boss, which is the only hard part left of the run. So we're going to see him throw a bunch of turrets, and usually this boss has 2 different phases, but what we're going to see him try to do is
skip one of them.
Get him monologuing and kill him while he's monologuing. So we're going to see him Rhino Bomb Dr. Nefarious here until he dies, hopefully in the first phase of the fight. He's got a pretty good start here. Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah,
so we're never actually going to see the second phase of the boss, and this trick is called Unicycle.
Just warped him over there completely.
And to finish off the run, we're going to shoot the final boss just 16 times where it hurts.
And
you remember how BS this boss is? Not when you have the Rhino and the Nitro Launcher. They're the best. Yeah, Rhinocerator sucks. Rhino V4 for life. And that's UENG plus no QE.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty sick
Yeah,
run by
thanks for watching, guys.
That was Sub-Silence.
That was Sub-Silence.
Oh, was it? Yeah, we haven't talked about silence in this round yet, but
oh yeah,
we just don't have time.
But basically, you guys should know at the very least, because this is RTA in Japan. The person who kind of changed the entire landscape of this game was a Japanese runner named Silence. This game, and frankly, the Ratchet series as a whole in speedrunning would not be what it is without him.
Yeah, and a few years later, another Japanese runner came along and re-revolutionized this game. All of the slope yeets and stuff were kind of first brought in by another Japanese runner called Haniwa, who is also insane.
Yeah, both runners just were creative with the movement tech and all the glitches and exploits. And that's how they changed the routes, kind of. Yeah, thanks for watching a lot.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
We have organized the
it was a fun time doing the commentary.
This was fun.
Yeah, good showing, guys. We did it. All right, with that, guys, we hope you enjoyed the remainder of RTA in Japan.
Yeah. What's next coming up?
It would appear as if next is A Link to the Past.
Oh.
And then Super Monkey Ball Deluxe following that, both of which are really fun games to watch.
I love Super Monkey Ball.
If you guys have never seen runs of those, or you just got nothing to do, make sure you stick around.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
Peace out.